Park CrossFit, welcome to another Fitness Friday video. Recently we talked about the SkiErg and some of the basic technique points, an intro per se to the SkiErg. Today what I want to talk about is I want to talk about some specific efficiency tips that are going to help you be a little bit quicker on the SkiErg as well as a little bit more deliberate in how you attack it. So, getting going into our day, the first thing I want you to think about is our way of initiating that trunk flexion and starting that powerful pull on the SkiErg. When you do this, what I want you to think about is if you went out grocery shopping, you have your arms full, your hands full of those groceries, you have that car door that you accidentally left open because you forgot to close it, or you just haven't closed it yet. And so what you do is you shoot those hips back and you close that door real forcefully. It's going to be the exact same concept here on that SkiErg, where when I start that trunk flexion, I'm going to shoot my hips back and shut that car door every single time I start to pull on that SkiErg. So, first things first, shut that car door. Second, what I want to talk about is the stroke of the actual chords on the SkiErg. We kind of touched on it a little bit last time we talked SkiErg, but I want to focus on it a little bit more in depth this week. So what I'm talking about here is if I've got that good starting position where I can fully flex my trunk without hitting my face on the monitor, I feel nice and comfortable. What I want to think about is pulling these chords in the most efficient way possible, and that way that we're going to do that is straight down and then a little bit back as we come through and finish that arm swing. But what I want to focus on is when I get that power pull, those chords are going straight down to the floor. I'm using all of what I can from gravity to assist me in pulling down, and not just straight down to the floor, but also straight down in both the horizontal and vertical planes. So when I'm pulling down, I'm not pulling out away from the SkiErg. During Wadapalooza recently, I kind of saw that a lot during that SkiErg swim event, was a lot of people would pull out here, which looks, first off, looks weird, which is a good indication that it probably is weird. So we want to keep straight down, almost to the point that we might even hit these safety bars. So that is our second piece, straight cord pulls. Going off of that just a little bit, and this will just be kind of added bonus, just like on the rower, when we pull our strokes on that rower, if I hit myself in the chest real hard, I'm stopping my momentum on that handle, and I'm wasting energy. That cord, the chain is going to flap up and down because that's where all the energy has to exit that cord. I'm not getting it on that monitor. So same concept here on the SkiErg. We can bottom out that pull if we pull real far and I hit that end point. If I'm pulling into that end point every single time, that just means that I'm bottoming out my force without getting it from the monitor. So try to keep that pull just a little shorter, a little more powerful, to where I don't waste any energy. A good way of thinking about this is when we pull, we keep that cord above our knee. So we're not pulling past that knee. If I pull past, I'm going to hit that bottom position. Third, and not quite as important, is going to be, and I'm losing it, is just like a baseball. Throwing a baseball, throwing a football, something like that. And it's that end to the pull. So we've done that core flexion, we're set ready to go, we've closed that car door. Now we're going to pull with our arms. What I want you to think about is being a little bit delayed with that arm pull and letting those hands get behind our head. Similar concept again to throwing a baseball or throwing a football. If I go to throw something, I'm going to get this elastic point where my elbow leads my hand, leads that weight, and I get this whip-like effect to really increase the velocity of that throw. Same thing on that SkiErg. I want my hands to be behind my head so that I can create momentum and then whip those joints, that tendons, into that powerful but short extension. So those are the few things that I want you to focus on efficiency-wise. Shut that car door, pull nice vertical, and in that vertical straight up and down plane, finish nice and strong, staying above our knee, and then just like that baseball throw, keeping those arms loaded until we finish that trunk flexion and we finish nice and strong. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me, ask one of our coaches. We would love to work with you on this. Also, a great way of focusing on a little 30-minute personal training session, if you so please. Hashtag ad. But with that, have a fantastic weekend, and I hope that you find your way to a SkiErg and give it a shot. Have a good one, guys.